Hey everybody, it's Bust with Battles with Us number 689 today. Doing Battle with Vanessa. And so, this is our first video of the 1.0.0 hotfix number 5 not giving you patch notes patch. Welcome to the battles. I hope you've discovered all of the changes on your own and you know what's different from the days of beyond. It's fucking insane to me. I know that Tempo has really struggled with the delivery of patch notes, but there's kind of two things that I have in to say with that, in the sense that number one, there's like, I understand the sentiment that you want the players to come in and discover the changes within the game, but there's just so many ways that is so challenging to find, in the sense that, let's say I started a run before the patch. The patch hits, there's changes, that run's now kind of bungled. Fine. I should have known better. I can just quit the run, is what it is. But like, when you look at the change to, say, something like Shipwreck, or even more so the change to Dually, right? Now you go, you fire up a run, Dually doesn't get a core at the start anymore. Like, that's fucking wild. That's such a jarring change to just come out and discover. That what I'm actually hoping here is that patch notes will be delivered at some point in the future, but they're just trying to decide a better way to do it. If that's posting it on the home screen of the Tempo launcher, if that's posting it in the codex thing that you can find clicking around within the main client, like, it's just baffling to me that they would hide the patch notes for everyone behind knowing that you need to go out to a external site and go to Bazaar, go to the Bazaar DB and discover that patch notes had changes in it, instead of the discovery thing. If you want to have the discovery method, don't read the patch notes. But it makes for so many feels bad moments to jump into the game and be like, oh, that item is completely reworked and no longer does what it used to do in the past, and now, like, this run is done and I have to, like, reassemble my thoughts on the entirety of the game. Like, it's just so wild that's the way that it's been put forth. Now, that does tie into the second moment, right? The way that this announcement was made is, there's some random dude with the helper tag on Discord that made a post. Someone on Reddit copied the post and posted a screenshot of his tag. Now, that is a very frightening way for a company to handle communication, right? That would basically be like a low-level customer service rep at Amazon displaying, like, broad policies amongst the company, right? It's not like Jeff Bezos is the word of mouth for what's happening. I know Jeff's not the CEO of Amazon anymore, but like, whenever the, like, big news at Amazon gets displayed, it's not because some random customer service worker made a post and then someone copied it and pasted it somewhere, and then it's like, oh, that's how you discovered Amazon Prime. Right, that's how the pricing notification for Amazon Prime is now some random dude posted it in a chat somewhere and it got copy pasted to Reddit. Like, that's fucking insanity, hearing things like that. And so I think it sets a pretty dangerous precedent that, like, some random customer service person in the Discord channel is now making the official posts of the official mouthpiece of the company. Or if that's not intended, which I'm sure it's not, they need to at least kind of, like, snap together how their official communication is going to go. If the guy that posts on Twitter, or if one of, like, the head mods of the Discord is the way that the official mouthpiece of the company is going to be. But that's a very dangerous precedent to set, that they're going to let that guy be the one that's posting the official news of the company, just some customer service person in the Discord channel. And you saw a little bit of that with the like, open beta pricing release bungle, and it's so frightening, in the sense that a lot of these people and a lot of the community around the Bazaar are just big Reynad stands, right? And it's tough for people to differentiate Reynad is the character that has this really, like, holier than thou, smartest person in the room persona, like, kind of mouthpiece, like that Reynad persona, and then the actual person that communicates with other human beings. And so, like, what you tend to see with these stands is they kind of copy that Reynad holier than thou communication style, and everyone just comes across as an asshole. And so you have all of these people that are, like, being the unofficial mouthpieces of the company that are becoming the official mouthpieces of the company that just communicate like a complete asshole, and that's just what you have moving forward. And so I know it's tough for like a small company to kind of cover all of the bases, and everyone on Reddit's just going to be like, oh, you need to hire a PR company, and it's like, well, that's fucking expensive, right? But they at least need to kind of like rein in on the communications like that, to where if they want to take the Valve approach to where no one says anything, that's fine. But you need to at least communicate to your underlings that they're not allowed to say stuff like that. And, you know, it takes some mistakes. It takes some time. Like, it is a kind of an extension of the World of Warcraft problem, to where the World of Warcraft has every feature in the world. And so when you release your new game, it doesn't have a World of Warcraft feature, so it sucks. Right? It takes time to figure these things out. But they've really been kind of bungling this communication stuff here in the early days of the game, and I hope that they're able to kind of rein that in. But nonetheless, we started this run. Let's dive in. Let's see what happens. We took Strength as the first one. A lot of very powerful weapon builds coming out of this patch, and so Strength is one of the top tier skills that you can get at the start of the game. Now we'll just come in here, jump at the items, see if we can't get some good width coming out here. Speaking of patch notes stuff, I didn't notice. It wasn't in this patch. It was in one of the previous ones, to where Zor Arsid, Zorakrid, Zorio here hastes adjacent items instead of just the one to the right. Much stronger. And so welcome addition to the crew today. We'll also pick up this hand axe as another small item. Very powerful stuff. Going to be doing a lot of good chopping here in the early game. Now the Viper turns up to hopefully give us one of these fangs to go along with this quick acting high attack power build. Looking good. Just a shark claws away from dominance, am I right? That's all it takes. You just need one item and you're good to go. That's all it takes, my friends. That's all it takes. So what you got for us? Extract. Boo. Boo, boo, boo. So what's up next? We can come in and take the ammo items, I guess. A lot of decent stuff in here. Revolver's fine. Double barrel's fine. All goody. All goody to go as far as a go-wide build is. Alright, so we got the big win there. Out of money at this point. We could look to spare change to get some cash in the bank, but I'm just going to roll the dice on the get a skill. A lot of decent ones in here. Crit stuff turning up, damage stuff turning up. Any of them's better than nothing, and so see how that plays itself out. Kind of a miss. That's okay. So let's see here. Don't have any burn stuff at the moment. Not super excited about Zor Acid without anything else comboing with it. If it doesn't combo with double barrel because it doesn't activate fast enough, then you run out of ammo. Don't have burn stuff with it, but it could be useful here in a bit. Ooh, getting spicy right at the start, huh? Let's keep on hating. And there's been a lot of people hating on Katy Perry these days. That's so unfortunate to me. I think Katy Perry is a superstar in terms of what's happened here recently. People talking trash. She went up into space on Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin thing, and then came back to ground, held the little flower, started kissing the earth like it was a big thing that she did. But man, like what has been in the news in space over the course of like the past 3 months? Like the big things that have happened are SpaceX blew up a rocket on the launch pad, and then also SpaceX blew up another rocket on the launch pad. Now, I'm not like super familiar with how often these things go up. I think that roughly like 2 a week go up. So over the course of the past 3 months, we'll say that would be 25 rockets launching, and 2 of them blew up. That's like 10%. And so you're going to tell me that after any given thing that you do during your day, if you had a fucking 10% chance of dying doing it, you wouldn't be like, oh, wow, I'm glad I made it out of that. That was a pretty big deal. And that doesn't even include like a once-in-a-lifetime experience of completely going out into outer space and looking down on Earth and everything that can go wrong there. Just been those 2 NASA astronauts that were stuck in space for like fucking 9 months when they were supposed to be up there for 10 days. And people were like, herder, Katy Perry had an emotional moment, came down and kissed the ground. Fuck you. Like, that's such a bunch of nonsense to have to go out and say about her. But even on top of that, what have these people done for the space program more so than Katy Perry has done, right? Katy Perry pays like $1 million or $10 million. I can't remember what it costs to take one of these flights. I think Lance Bass went up into space for like $1 million on the first one, but that was like 5-10 years ago, so it probably costs more now. But like, I don't know if I've made $1 million in my lifetime. Like, I'm an old fuck, so I'm getting like closer to it than you youngsters out there, but like she spent like right out the gates just $1 million plus to go out into space and progress like the space future as this like tourism thing is used to fund Blue Origin. And it's like, what have you done? She spent more money on progressing the space program than you have made in your life. And it's like, oh, Katy Perry's coming out here kissing the ground. Fuck off. Do something useful for the world. Katy Perry did so much more for the world than you've probably done in your shot. And so, fucking brutal. Pisses me off to hear that stuff. But welcome to Battles with Bust. You want my opinion on anything else? We'll give it to you. Boomer out here booming on stuff about what a saint Katy Perry is. She's a fucking treasure. What have you done for the world? People. Let's get this organized, though. What do we got? Trying to get the Zor Acid in a good place, but we want the right-handed on the double barrel. Looks good now. Nothing too exciting out of these opponents. Borear, a little better than I'm giving it credit, right? He does have some small weapons in the mix, but I'm just going to come in and stack in on the experience points here. I think it's very important to be doing in this patch. Like, people started to realize at the end of the last patch that the Burst Vanessa with Shark Claws is quite strong. But the kind of counter to that is just getting a bunch of health. And so I think that, you'll find us taking a bunch of chocolate bars. You'll find us trying to power level our experience to get more health that ways. Should hopefully give us a bit of an edge in the mirror matches that we're certain to come across within this round. All right, so not too much there. Do have the friend here with the furry creature, and so I'm going to take the experience point out of it. There is the ammo up here at the top we could look to, but we're pretty strong on board now as it is, and so I don't think we need to dig for ammo weapons up there. Up next, we could look to small and large. It's not going to give us large items at this point. I guess you could find Crow's Nest because it's bronze, but it's mostly going to be small items coming out of here, which is fine. We need more stuff to put on board. We're going to level up and have 2 hexes. I think we can take it. Seems better than just a random small non-weapon item. So what do we got? Grenade's great. Cannonball upgrade looks good to me. And then we should probably fill out this last hex, right? We'll just sell the Gearnola bar, pick up the Chimera. It's going to fit out here as well. All right. Looking good, looking strong. What do we got? Bronze tier ammo? Sure. Pop snappers, you're probably not going to fit. So let's see. We want the double barrel. We want the cannonball on it. We also want the cannonball onto the grenade. That looks good. The Zor Acid can scooch over next to those 2 friends. That looks nice. And then let's put the Chimera in over the pop snappers. The pop snappers is going to activate like once. And maybe this Chimera will give us that edge we need to pop off the damage faster than our opponent, slowing down whatever they're bringing at us. Got us trying to scale out a rifle here. I think we'll get the kill before it does anything relevant. Boomed him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that booming. All right. Good stuff. 2 victories under our belt. Feeling good today. All right, so what's up next? We got 5 gold. Kind of 2 more we're willing to sell, willing to part with. I think we'll pass on the weapons. We can't roll and try and pick good stuff in there. Let's just take the chocolate bars. Love me a good chocolate bar. Now we got the Mountain Pass. Do battle with whatever opponent turns up. Hopefully we get one here. The Outlands Dervish. He's not the whirling kind. He's just the Outlands kind. Do you all know what whirling dervish is? Any of you magicians out there old enough to remember Whirling Dervish? Used to be one of the greatest cards in the game. So go give that one a read. If you're familiar with Magic now and not Magic in 1998, go give that one a read. And be like, you gotta be insane. This card is not one of the best of all time. To save you a click, it was a 1/1 for 2 green mana that had protection from black. And if it dealt combat damage to an opponent, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. Like that was it. That was one of the top tier cards in the game back in 1998. You would play a deck that would look to put that guy and some other guys on the board pretty quick, and then just blow up everybody's lands. And so that was peak quality of Magic the Gathering. The Whirling Dervish. But here, this opponent feels a lot tougher in these more recent patches here. I found myself losing to this thing a lot, but we're pretty strong on board. I'm pretty sure we're going to take it down. He has lots of high-quality items for us. Gunner, Uzi, Bolus, gunpowder, crit stuff is fine, and so see what turns up. Grappling hook's not spectacular, but better than nothing. And then moving on, we definitely want to take the upgrade. I kind of lean towards upgrading Grenade, because we may or may not keep Double Barrel forever, but we're going to keep Grenade forever. But Double Barrel's probably just like a lot better now. So yeah, I just need to come out, find a Shark Claws, we'll be good to go, off to the races. Get these other things on board. So what you got for us? Non-weapon items, not really looking for at this point. Let's just take more chocolate bars. And then up next, see what turns up in the small item shop. So Bayonet, not that strong. I'm not a huge fan of Bayonet in this style of build. Piranha, not that great either. We have a little bit of crit. Oh, he just comes with it on his own now? Oh. So much for reading patch notes, right? But he's going to be better than Pop Snappers. We'll just take it. I don't have a lot of intent to keep this thing for long, but better than nothing at the moment. And then we can add in Calico as well. Calico in this style of build to me is kind of like the worst item that we might look to have on board at the end game. So we'll see if he gets to stick around. But I think we'll do something like this. Let's keep the Zor Acid on our fastest weapons. See if our friends out here to the left get to activate. Okay, I think that's fine. Oh, I forgot we had the barricade to upgrade the Chimera. Probably not going to look to do that today, but a bit of opportunity being there. And I can't remember the exact lyrics. It's trying to come to my head, but I want to see you in your birthday suit. I want to show you my big, big balloons. There's a song by Katy Perry called Birthday Song. I want to see you in your birthday suit. I want you to see my big, big balloons. I think that might be the lyrics. If not, it's very close. But she wants to show you her boobs. Like, what a great person, right? People out there trashing on Katy Perry. Insane. I'd take a peek. That's just me. Yeah, putting it out there. But what can you do? You gotta hate on something, right? Alright. Let's keep moving on. There was some kind of shop in there, but we'll just keep taking these skills. Weapon crit, very nice pickup for us. Gotta dig having that turn up. Now here, not a great set of shops. Too challenging to get the haste potion out of the brawler, so we'll just fight the Hexa for the experience points. I used to listen to a bunch of Katy Perry. The thing that I found was, like, I would go to work, I would turn on Spotify, get the music going, and like the music I was listening to would really kind of set the mood for me. And so if I was like in a bad mood, I tended to just lean on Ice Cube. Like Ice Cube is always in like he has like this always kind of like upset, angry demeanor, and I always felt like that Ice Cube had it worse than me. You know, he's lived a challenging childhood, and he you know let you know about it and stuff. And I always felt like that hearing Ice Cube rap made me feel like his life was worse than mine, and I really didn't have that much to complain about. But it was so angry, it would kind of like wear me down and wear on me, and so I just started listening to girls singing pop songs. And so it was a lot of like Katy Perry, a lot of Taylor Swift, a lot of like Kate Nash style of stuff, and just listen to that Katy Perry all the time. It was such a win, such a positive influence on the life of Bust. And so y'all out there trash talking old Katie, we're gonna have some words. But all right, so we got our first kind of like real decision here, right? And do we want to pick up the Trebuchet? And I think the Trebuchet is gonna be better than Calico, Grappling Hook, Piranha. It does start to activate the Zor Acid, but we found Gunner as an ability, so we're also given the option to just kind of not Cannonball and just have more items on board. And so with these like go wide builds, I'm usually kind of fine with Shark Claws, which we still haven't found yet. One large item, Trebuchet fitting fine within there, and then 5 smalls. So you have a lot of stuff in here kind of giving activations to Trebuchet. And so as it stands right now, we don't have a ton of combos for him, but he does have the Zor Acid Haste, which he's able to really spew out and get kind of moving. And then if we find something like Shot Glasses that's going to haste the entirety of our board, it gets the Trebuchet really kind of popping off very quickly. And so I do like a lot of the combos that we potentially get out of this thing. And it should be, pretty powerful here in the earlier days of the game. Might not be something we keep forever, but it should be good now. So let's see. We can move you in. Hand Axe is probably about ready to go. 6 damage just isn't that strong. We want to take the Cannonball out. Only 2 activations. I think that's okay. We might struggle against some pigs, but I think it's okay for the moment. Let's look at it like this before we make our next set. And so there's ammo shop or skills. I think we just want to take the skills. If it really looks that bad, then we can just not sell anything. But yeah, 5% crit on everything for 5 gold. I'm on board. Crypto just rolled up to $7. That seems like a reasonable sell. Yeah, not too interested in stacking burn real hard. All right. Up to battle with Vanessa. Let's see what's up.
It makes this more fun. Fall like a boulder.
Okay. Nice. How did he get a fucking 700? Oh, he crit on his large grenade. His obsidian grenade crit. No, it just dealt. Yeah, crit for 700. Good job, I guess. That guy was pretty powerful as well, but good job with the grenade, I guess. All right, next set. What do we got? No, don't want the aquatic item. Let's look at these weapons. Obsidian Narwhal, is that what life's about today? It's got a 4-second cooldown. It's got to be better than something like Piranha. Oh boy, this is what we're about today, isn't it? Snatching up the Obsidian Narwhals. Don't mind if I do. We're out of money now, though. Let's not get too greedy in our sales. No need to roll just yet. Up next with this, B1, B2 might be reasonable. What are we looking at here? Can move probably needed to move Zor Acid a little bit. He's going to be a decent upgrade.
Smart shoppers buy vintage.
Now this will inspire the crew.
Gotta stop and think about where we want him. Like, I worry a little bit about putting the Zor Acid over on to like grenade double barrel. Like, we're probably not going to get enough activations to worry about running out of haste, right? So maybe this is okay. He's going to activate once on the grenade and it'll be done, and then the double barrel gets a little bit of help. I think that's fine. Now here, I would love to pick up the damage thing out of Trash Town Mayor, but it's like a 10% chance to find it. We'll go to the Preening Duelist. He's got a lot of stuff that's just decent for us here. He's got that skill up at the top that gives us 25 damage. He's got cannonballs. He's got these ammo flasks. A lot of decent things for the build. Picking up throwing knives would be great. So, let's see what turns up. Ace to that, bro. Revolver? Sure. Pew pew. Shoots fast. So what do we got? 6 gold for the friends. I'll take it. And then, yeah, I'm going to just get the fastest things in here. So we'll put the other revolver in. Looks good. Keep taking these skills. More crit. Beautiful. All right, so where are we at next? I do need to find Shark Claws, right? That's the other big thing that we're kind of digging for here. Could look to even take the double barrel out if Shark Claws turns up. Maybe we do go to the aquatic items and see if we find it. Because we're going to be using this Narwhal forever, right? What a build, huh? What a build, keeping that Obsidian Narwhal in here and running around. Got to appreciate that. Look at that. You just come in here and ram stuff with your little Narwhal pointy. Big timing out here. But alright, up against another Vanessa. What do we got here? She's got more health than us. That's a bit of a bummer. She's doing half-assery, though. Trying to both Shark Claws and Depth Charge. Like we always say, you wanna do one thing well. You want to whole-ass one thing. You don't want to half-ass anything. He's out here half-assing. Got smoked. All right. 4 wins. Call it a day. So what do we got here? Small and large items. I'd rather just take the money at this point, I think. We'll go to the docks, pick up the money. Unfortunately, don't have any of the experience points boosts out here, but kind of is what it is. Landed on a second Zor acid.
How do you hugelings
All right, let's go to Quixel, though. Not a huge fan of butterfly swords. It does scale up in multicast, so at gold it does 3, at diamond it does 4, but in silver, not super interested in it. I mean, maybe we pick it up just to kind of speculate on. We can get rid of some of these turds and make space for it. Don't think we're going to use it, but if we switch to, say, using holsters, right? Holsters makes it a little bit more appealing. Skip that other stuff. Shark Claw's not turning up. I am really interested in Arbalest this patch with the release of. I've been using a lot of it. Shot glasses, right, to where you haste and slow all of your items. Like hasting 8 items at once with this thing's going to put almost 500 damage on it, and so it's a very interesting way to scale up. We're not anywhere near doing that, and you kind of need Crow's Nest with this thing to make it relevant, but Shot Glasses does activate pretty quick, and so it can scale up a lot of damage on there. But not the build for today. With this, I don't think we can deal enough damage to the Lich. Let's just fight the Dire Inglet. He's got a lot of these Diamond Fangs, and so if we pick up or it's Obsidian Fang he's got, right, with the double damage on it. These crit Fangs are kind of okay as well. They all have low cooldowns. Vengeance is good, aggressive, whatever his skill is. What you got for us? Probably gonna be this tree trunk thing, huh? Oh, the Obsidian Fang. Getting all Obsidian-y out here. So, upgrade a silver tier. Let's just upgrade the grenade at this point. Again, like, I think the double barrel has a lot of opportunity just to come out if Shark Claws turns up. And so we'll take the big grenade here. Haste items. We'll pass on the chocolate bars to try and high roll. No turbos on day 1. So much to roll here. It's insane. Turbo bolus. Okay. I'll take it. And then here's Shot Glasses I was talking about, right? If you're not familiar with the gang expansion, hastes all of your items and slows all of your items, and so it scales up a lot of your items very quickly when you're hitting 6, 7, 8 items all at once with one of these keywords, and so very interesting stuff there. But with this, what are we trying to look like? Maybe the Zor acid should just be coming out at this point. I don't know. He does combo nicely with the Trebuchet. Like, we want the Obsidian Fang in. It's like I don't really like cutting the Trebuchet, but that might be what's coming up. What do we got to do? Got to get up to 8. We're not going to use Chimera. Let's just sell it. I don't think we're going to Cannonball either, since we have the gunner skill.
Chronomancy doesn't just win bucks.
No, we got Turbo on the Bolus. Okay. It's like we're out here playing Mac, huh? Look at all these look at all these keyworded small items that we have. Ugh, just missed. Item shop? Fuck you. Alright. Up to Battle Pig. Let's see how this goes. Like, I worry about this a little bit. Maybe when we go up to Battle Pig, we might need to take like a small item out and put a cannonball in just to make sure we can keep double barreling, but not entirely certain. Okay, don't worry, we're gonna just run out of ammo. He's doing so much healing out here. We're not even cracking his shields. But if we're gonna be real, like, if we weren't cracking his shields without, like, having the ammo, we weren't gonna do it here. Like, this would be a super easy win if we had Shark Claws, because we would scale up enough. But without it, we just didn't have enough damage up front. Alright, this is what it is. Maybe they'll turn up eventually. Got plenty of time, right? Alright, with this, do love getting the damage boost. Fairly easy take here. It's free, big damage, feels good. Kind of tougher here with the option to experience point, but maybe we need to dig for Shark Claws just a little bit harder. A good replacement in Figurehead, just putting the damage on all the items to the right. It's a touch of a bummer that you really want to have a diamond Figurehead, but we missed the free upgrade earlier when we had to put it on Grenade, and so it's a bit behind in terms of leveling up, but I'm thinking maybe we just get rid of Trebuchet and pick up Figurehead.
But people thought it was weird.
Just get its damage stacking on everything. Katana turns up. I'm not a huge fan of Katana. We don't have the space for it, really. I don't like it unless it's out here scaling, and that's just not what it's doing at the moment. So I think we'll let it go. Look to just put something else in. And I think at this point, I can't remember if it gets the 25 damage bonus from the temporary boost. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't. So it's going to come out here as 35 damage because of the Katana. 55, I mean, maybe it is just strong enough. Maybe it's stronger than Zoracid. Tell me I can't afford it. We're getting rid of butterfly knives, that's fine.
Oh, delivery's
Doing 55
free.
damage.
I like the
So what's this, 25, 45? Yeah, it doesn't get that free boost. But here, nothing too exciting out of these opponents. We'll just do battle with the shock trooper. Yeah, let's put the right-handed onto the katana to attack. Well, I guess it's slightly slower than the double barrel, right? Because the double barrel's at 4 seconds multicasting to where this is at 2, but it does run out of ammo. Hi, bro, get smoked. What you got for us? The plasma rifle. And up next, I almost always just take gold tier skills, but with the ammo skills turning up, I'm a little interested. Potentially looking to pick up the additional ammo stuff, or to pick up like when you use an ammo thing. But yeah, the gold skills are just always too good. I think that since we already have the gunner, that it's not nearly as interesting. When you crit, get more crit. This is all a miss. Make me look like a genius, game. What do you got on the roll? Righty-tighty's gonna have to be it. First 6 times you use your rightmost item, charge a slow item. It does charge in on the bolus.
I have seen such talent once before. And
Get the double barrel back out here to the right.
Adira.
So that looks good. What's up next? We want to go to the small item shop, or just take the money? Let's just take the money at this point. I think we're strong enough on board for this round. We'll go to the item shop, though, see if we can't high roll a Shark Claws. Salt Claw is not going to do it today. I've been having a lot of success with pufferfish builds with shot glasses and old Salt Claw. Just insta-haste everything on your board, and they just scale up the entirety of the battle. Not what we're doing here today, though. This build's not aimed to do that kind of thing. And then these large items we don't really want here. Okay. What's up next? Another Vanessa?
My
Let's see
fight
who
isn't
pew-pews the
with you,
hardest.
But if you insist.
I think she's got a lifesteal weapon out here. Doing the shark claws with the crow's nest, huh? Let's see if we can deeps this down fast enough. Yup. He's got a diamond cinders on board. I don't know about that, my dude. I don't know about that. Alright, what's up next? Looks like a bunch of garbage on board. Don't want non-weapon items. Do want to come in and pick up these chocolate bars, though. Such good health points. I appreciate that. Now here we got the temporary boost again. Get the big damages. Feels good. And what do we got here? Ammo item. Guess we can pick up the item before we sell. Ooh, a second grenade. Okay, okay. I mean, are we to the point to where we just start taking double barrel out? I don't really want both of those weapons. Get double grenade in here up and running. Got to keep the katana off to the right to keep boosting the bolus. Let's just barricade on the bolus. That should have done that before. Alright, we'll just put revolver in. It's not that exciting, but I do like having the double grenade out here. And then I'm pretty certain we're going to annihilate this dragon. Get all them big experience points. Feels good. Feels good. It's going to regen out of this. We don't have the shark claws, so this stuff can be fairly scary. Oh, got him to the 25 when it... Okay. I was a little worried about that. I was like, I'm not gonna feel good if he survives this at 25 health. Get the dragon wing. Got more haste stuff turning up. I'm on board. What do we got on here? Nothing on the first set. I mean, there's an upgrade to bolus. Definitely want it. I'm kind of tempted to pick up this heavy dive weights. We do have enough aquatics to pull it off well, right? We can put it next to figurehead and the narwhal, and then having slow attached to it is quite strong. I want our makeshift barricade back to stack this thing up. I think this is a very strong option here. I mean, it's certainly going to be better than having revolver, I believe. So that looks good. Dive weights here. Get it down to 6 seconds. I mean, I wonder if we ever just switch to a holsters build, if holsters turns up. Have to stop and think about that. But let's risk the coin, take the experience points.
Where will this lead you? At the edge of the foundation.
All right, level 10. Shield, like, isn't that bad. I would prefer something more damage-oriented, though, but, like, throwing these grenades and then picking up 500 shield is a pretty decent deal. I mean, I guess it could also look to put it on katana. It's not something I was, like, really leaning on keeping forever, but 50 shield per second's not a terrible deal. And then we always have the option to just roll, right? I don't always hate that in the sense that, you know, we want to find deadly, we want to find obsidian. A little bit below that, we want to find burn, we want to find poison. A little bit below that, we want to find heal, we want to find shield. And it's like hard to roll lower than that. And so I think I'm okay to just go for the big opportunity on katana here. Shield. Okay. Then up against Vanessa. She's at level 10 as well. Also got her upgrade before the battle here.
It makes this more fun.
Got a bunch of weapons on board. Slightly different though. I'm gonna do those big damages with the Lang Zang. It's like we get to kill before it gets to strike. I appreciate that.
More plunder.
Okay. Oh man, I had some commentary on the Dragon Wing. It got me thinking. Have you seen the movie Waiting? Are you familiar with the Dick Showing game? It really brought up morale amongst everyone at the restaurant, and so if you're not familiar with figurehead, beautiful. If you're not familiar with the Dick Showing game, this is very kind of like early 2000s when it was okay to just call everyone gay, right? We've learned we don't do that anymore, but back then it was just very common. It was kind of like the usage of the word fuck, to where fuck is like a noun, an adjective, a verb, and it kind of describes everything. It wasn't necessarily a slur towards someone's sexuality, but it was used, way too much, and we don't use it in the same context. But the way that the game worked was you would show your dick to somebody, and then if you got them to look at your dick, you would tell them how gay they were. And that was how the game went. And you got more points by more creatively showing your penis. And so you didn't just like whip your dick out and show it to somebody. You had to have a kind of creative way to do it. And so there was one way to do it called the bat wing, where you took your balls and stretched out the skin. And, you know, if you kind of look down at that, that's all veiny and stuff, looks like a bat wing. There was one called the goat, to where you would kind of like bend over and you would tuck your schlong underneath your balls and point it backwards. And so then when they walk in and see you bent over like that, kind of looks like a goat. And so the dragon wing got me kind of thinking of the bat wing. I'm not certain. I'm not certain how much it even applies anymore, but it was on my brain, and so you're going to hear about it. You're welcome. Glad I could bring that nugget of knowledge to you. Whew. That is one of the pain points now of going back and watching older movies, is they do really they do really go hard on the slurs like that. But we've grown as people. So what are we going to do here? Not really interested in Berserker. I mean, I guess it's okay in terms of like just getting our build popping off quickly, but our opponent's health should be dropping pretty fast. So I think we're just going to take a roll. 9 damage on the weapons is not enough to be particularly exciting. What do we got here? Look at that Oceanic Rush. How many aquatics do we have? 2? It's just, oh, this has just got to be Steel Storm, right? Your weapons get 8 damage for each weapon you have. We've got almost 50 damage on all of our weapons.
No, get out
easy.
Someone sees you.
What's up next? We're out of money. Just take the chocolate bars. Out of money again. Just take the small friend. See what we can do. See if we can get this takedown. So much just straight damage on these items. Feels very nice. The Obsidian Fang, the Obsidian Narwhal. Coming in with that good stuff. That's a... It's got lifesteal on that trebuchet. It's not a trebuchet, it's a ballista. That thing starts cranking, probably gonna die. A big grenade toss coming in at the end. Good stuff. So yeah, I mean, I think we're pretty good to go from here on out. Like, there's not a ton of item upgrades to put on board. We're looking to just upgrade what we already have and upgrade skills. Like, the thing I'd be looking for mainly here is going to be an upgrade to Gunner. 2 ammo on these grenades is a little bit sketchy, but otherwise I think we're in pretty decent shape. Come out here, just take some more chocolate bars. What's up next? Get a weapon, make a little bit of money. What do we got? Probably just, oh, ammo turns up. It's tough with the ammo. Like, I think we want to just put the one on the global scale onto the, or the single target one onto the dive weights. It's going to activate like once, and we want to really keep it activating. And then try and upgrade the skills for, you know, I'd like, you know, just 1 more ammo on each of these grenades. So that looks fine. We'll battle the Awakened District here. If you do have like Trebuchet or Cannonade or whatever other large item, then I'll typically fight the Trash Titan. Try and spike the, when you use a small item, charge a large item, but our build's not doing that today. Alright. Ran out of ammos, but enough to take him down at the end. It's a little scary not having like a burn or a poison that can just kind of tick through at the end of the battle. But it seems okay. All of our money's fixed now, though, right? We just picked up the soul of the district, 50 gold. Okay, Obsidian turns up, though. I gotta look at what Obsidian does onto Figurehead. Alright, so it's not that exciting here. When you use an adjacent item, deal 20 damage. Not quite what we're looking for, but, I mean, the one that might actually be more interesting is the dive weights, right? Making it start dealing damage, having it deal 30 damage. It's going to get the 50 now, the 75 or whatever. That's just got to be the upgrade, right? Just having this thing blast infinite damage across the board. I'm on board. Seems way better than doing like double damage off of a grenade. Look at that. It's 8x multicast dealing 150 damage on each shot. That's got to be pretty good. Now with this, gold tiers, it's so expensive at this shop. I'm leaning towards just taking their lax as we go into the next battle. Hopefully give us an edge against another Vanessa. Definitely going to put the upgrade onto figurehead. Get that flat damage across the board.
This will inspire the crew.
400 damage narwhal. That's what it's about, right? Now up against pig. Do we want to switch anything out? I mean, I guess Soul of the District is potentially like a real item in this case, but we'll see how it goes. We sold off the cannonball as it is, so I mean, we can't just put it in and try and fix our grenades at this point. He's only got 5k health. Looks like he's trying to... No, he's got healed to the left. I'm a little concerned, but I mean, we do have this Obsidian dive weights just going fucking nutsos now, and so maybe that's gonna be enough. Yeah, that's enough. Just sit here and machine gun that thing. Nice. Get out of here, pig. How much did that deal? 2k damage off the dive weights. Obsidian Fang doing a bit of work out here. It must have crit every time. 1400 out of it. Cool. Okay, just take the items.
Place, right?
Oh, no, we're not going to put the crit thing on board. I saw that guy that gives the bonus to non-Vanessa items, and I know we have stuff like Fang in here. I thought we might have had a shot, but I guess that was a bit of a stretch. These items all suck. Just want to upgrade things on board. No upgrades there. What's up next? Definitely not going to battle the Caltrops guy. We'll just fight Boss Harrow. Picking up Assault Focus would be pretty huge. When you use a weapon or a non-weapon item, it slows. Looks like even picking up a katana would give us an upgrade on board, and so not terrible. Is that gold strength? That would be an upgrade as well. We can actually hit. What you got? Strength upgrade. 5 damage across the board. Big numbers. But we got a temporary boost. Get the free damage. Gotta like that. Next set. So tough to just pass on chocolate bars. We got so much money. I'm gonna start taking the gold ones.
Full sail, my boy.
All right, diamond skill comes in. Just oh, this is the big guns, the large weapons. I was thinking if we would be willing to take glass cannon to double the damage on all of our items, and probably I think that's, you know, a reasonable take with our board, but that wasn't it. Retooled, I'm not excited about. Just putting one more multicast on the weights. Do we have any other tools in here? Doesn't look like it. Got to imagine with healthy heart, if we're falling to half health, we'd already be dead anyways, and so I guess we'll get that one multicast on the dive weights. All right. 2 level 14 Vanessas going to battle. Alright, doing shark claw things as well. A little different. Very heavy crit build out of the opponent. Hopefully the slows that we get from the bolus will really help here.
Like my crew says at the bar, another round.
Got to activate in that dive weights. That was certainly enough. It is one of the kind of big differences between, you know, figurehead and shark claws, right? We get that straight damage at the very beginning to where he has to activate the shark claws a few times to get the damage. So I typically prefer figurehead in the late game, but then shark claws in the earlier to mid game. But you know, if it comes to having neither, you know, I would prefer to have one of them.
Ugh, window shoppers.
All right, so nothing hits there. Let's go to JJ, look for some more upgrades. Scroll through this pretty quick. Shouldn't take too much longer on this, hopefully, final day. Nothing lands there. We can definitely beat Lord Arkan. Yeah, don't need to fight the Trash Titan since we're not using large items. And here's the thrusters, right? Good. I can't remember if we mentioned this earlier. But this is one of the things, it's like a fairly big change coming out of the patch. Like, how are you supposed to know that this exists without looking at the patch notes, right? The item to the left of this is a vehicle. Like, it's a very huge change. It's like very powerful what you can do with that, but, you know, I guess you're just supposed to discover it on your own that change happened. What do we got here? More ammo. I don't think we need to put the ammo on the dive weights at this point. At 9 ammo, it's doing enough here, but let's look for upgrades, ammo items. Nothing turns up on day 1. Nothing on day 2.
Never have too much ammo.
Epic battle. Kind of just want the round to end here. Let's see if we can't get an upgrade off of a aquatic item. Like, oh, look at that. Shipwreck works different now, huh? Doesn't do that crit thing anymore. You're just supposed to discover that that your items' cooldowns are increased. So, fucking bonkers. Again, if you want the game to be that way, you can just make it that way, not reading the patch notes. But if you're trying to play the game in the competitive sense and need to know that stuff, being expected to come out and just discover it is quite the wild take.
My fight isn't with you.
All right, Boomer Hands, let's see how this goes.
When we are finished, may I
I'm not certain how powerful Mac is this round. I know that he had a substantial amount of changes that came after their release, but I didn't intend on playing him any, so I didn't bother reading him. that's how you know you're doing good. What's this? Our whole board got slowed. Now the dive weights are popping. They were doing their thing, but the whole board slow was a bit too much. What did it even... Must have been the spider popping or something. It's weird seeing 2 sleeping potions on board because they just they just slow the same thing over and over and over again. All right, but what do we got here? Just Obsidian again. What's even left that's not Obsidian? We can pop one of these grenades. All right, big damage coming out of that thing. So what's left? We could like go to the dig site, but we don't need money. Like, we're so just like locked in on what we actually need here. Shark Claws turns up, but I don't want to double up on both of these with the Shark Claws and the figurehead. Page 2, nothing to find. What's up next? Ammo items. No upgrades. So you just see the mediums roll over and you're like, nope, no upgrades there either. Easy enough. Lord Arkin again.
I assume you're here to give tribute.
Yeah. See if we can't get this takedown on day 13. It's tough. It's rough for Vanessa at this point. Like, losing some of those rounds early is a pain. I'm really surprised that our opponents have had more health than us. These other Vanessas are, you know, fairly on point with scaling up their health. It doesn't. They might have been using temporary boosts on the health, but that doesn't seem accurate.
Now this is how you win a war.
Alright, so item upgrade. Is it ever worth upgrading the dive weights? Like, is it... It just affects the haste? We don't even care about that. Like, you could take haste off of the keywords here and it just wouldn't even matter. And so, I think we're looking to hit the grenade. It's going to kick up more damage. Plus 50 damage, so up to 100 in total. That looks fine. Take the temporary boost here for damage. What's last? Gumballs. Get those little points of crit. Okay. You remember when this was the biggest complaint in the game? Having to come in and buy and sell all these gumballs one at a time. What a terrible world we used to live in. Alright, final battle. Up against Pig. Let's see what we can do.
We're out to deal
Level
with
16
pain,
Pig.
not to squabble with no.
It's scary. It's scary. 8,500 or 8,000 health. We can certainly take that down. He's got a fort and he's doing the freeze stuff. I think we get smoked here. Just not a place you want your dive weights going. Whenever they activate, start activating and getting frozen. Yeah, saw that one coming in. All right. This changed. Oh, all the cooldowns get increased. It's weird seeing. Oh, Fort puts multicast onto the glacial thing. All right, that's what it is. That's what we get for not, winning the game before day 13. But at the end of the day, not a bad run. Again, this is something that you're very commonly going to run across in this patch moving forward. So I do recommend, both getting it in your kit because it's quite strong, either just building up with figurehead, building up with shark claws, putting a bunch of items on board, and then trying to scale up the damage. But then it's also, you have to adapt for this being a popular build. It's like whenever a new patch or a new thing comes out, the aggro deck is always the most important, the best deck of the day because it takes people a while to figure out how to beat it. And so as you are, running into all these Vanessas, you need to know it's important to come in and pick up more health, pick up more shields, pick up some like just slow your board type things, whatever you can do to just slow them down a bit. So that your build gets to do whatever it wants to do. But as far as this goes, just looking to get these fast-acting items on board. We didn't come across any like real combos. This is just a fairly straightforward, damagey kind of build. But we did get some interesting stuff happening with these Obsidian dive weights and the Obsidian items, just kind of all the way across the board here. And so, good stuff. I had fun with that. Hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. So if everyone enjoyed the video, hope you learned a thing or two along the way. Had a good time watching. This is Busted Me. Thank you for being here.